Hey y'all. Okay, so I need to put out a video really fast to try to, because so much has happened. It's even like strange for me what's going on. Um, so, which I put some things out on Twitter, which I think I'm no one on Twitter. And oddly enough, I thought about changing my name on here and saying my real life sounds fake, you know? But, anyways, so I was going to try to cover a few things really fast. You'll have to excuse me if I take the shirt off. I had gotten the chill bumps and stuff. Sometimes it really does make you wonder. And then I'm like, well, I might as well like got to read up on some other things. So, but anyways, so there was definitely a few things I was going to cover just really fast because, um, okay, so with my little girl, yes. So it's like they had allowed so much to happen to by the time things like were just so weird and bad that it was just like whoa, like having to like collect and remember and put all this together is like, I mean, because it's not really new on how, like, in elementary school she, come to me about a certain person and da da da, and then there's something there, but she went to school, both of my children went to the same school the whole time and everything. So anyways, but that's a whole nother story. So it's not like, and it's not like my daughter's the only one getting bullied. We've heard like the stories, which that is, well, I don't even want to touch on that subject right now. Okay. But, okay, kind of change subject, but kind of same subject. Y'all know how like, okay, I'm going to take this shirt off because, sorry. All right. Okay, so you know how like you'll ask children questions and they don't want to answer it right away? Or it's like you'll have to come to children. Y'all know how it goes. Okay. Which can go into like weird experiences that she's going through, which kind of correlates. Is that the right word? Not coincides because with like with me, or at least with so far in my life, because of along the way of like who I've had to make complaints along with help with my mom over like other people and other occupations. So now it's like, oh, whoa, in less than however many years, now we're having to make complaints over um, teachers like this, Um, but that's not new either. Talking about, oh my goodness, a whole nother subject, number in a yearbook. Goodness. And like it's so much. This is too much. Like, has this happened in any other towns? Because this is ridiculous. And then it even gets so serious, like so many deaths. So many articles I could just sit there and show, like, what's going on here. Talking about something being here or not, it seems like something. Anyway, and then CERN, and didn't even want to ever say the word, whoops. Okay, so if someone can explain to me how devices and video cameras and stuff like that that can be put out to the public or even now the whole world and whatnot, maybe, if you can explain to me that that's not affecting your freedom of speech, then explain it to me. But as far as the way I see it, that's pretty much affecting your freedom of speech if it's like a new way and device to communicate. Does that make sense? So that's affecting everybody's freedom of speech to speak. And there's so much here. I so did not want to even go there. But they took out it. I'm pretty sure they took it out. I couldn't find it. The video that I had spoke about before, that they age restricted my son's video while he was age restricted. And you knew he was joking when he said Arampe was Hitler in disguise. But whatever. No telling if I could ever, if that kind of, because him and his friend, anyways. Told him no subject, because you got to mix with the funniness, with the crazy seriousness, and da da da. Okay, to go back to her. Okay, so it was just it's like now like it's like I have to call these people. I have to call them out because this is like so psycho weird. So like, okay, so like so long ago, I noticed like a statement, comment, whatever. Wherever I saw this, it was saying like they don't see, like our family members don't see us as we're talking or something. It's like they see a hologram. And like, of course, while I'm looking at it, it's like, even for me, because I want to think logical first, right? And I'll, da da da, whatever. So I'm like, paying attention. I was like, this is so weird, And then so here it is, like, this long later, it's like, whoa, because it's like I'll get a nod out of my dad, like he'll see, and I'm like, this sounds crazy, Dad. Like, what? Okay, so yeah, so she had just told me about she was standing right next to the restroom when she was refused to go to the restroom. And then I was getting told about her behavior after not letting her go to the restroom. And then I'm the crazy and insane one because I'm like, whoa, like I thought on that other one I should like, yeah, my claws, because I thought it was so weird. It was three. Anyways, like they're bringing the claws out in me. And so now I'm like, man, I'm gonna need documentation of all this crap that's happened. Like I'll bring, and so we had already gone down there after all that, because I even told, and yes, I'm mad at my son. Okay, I'm mad at my son. Is that not obvious? So I told him, I was like, she's going to hit her. And then I told the two ladies that was standing there, I was like, this girl is wanting to fight. The very next day that happened. So it's not like a made up story with my daughter and stuff. I wish it was. So anyways, and that's not all I was going to cover because I should have started off this video with saying this is going to be a CS video, change subject because I've got to hurry up, cram all this in, and I'm going to get to another video. And I was working on a history lesson, which goes into now because it has everything to do with whatnot. I mean, even though I think that Jesus is coming back and that God's about to show his wrath, doesn't mean that, I wanted to say something then, but doesn't mean that this is right, what's going on. So, yeah, I've sent out and retweeted, whatever it's word, and sent out some tweets. And I'm going to share, I think I've shared a few of these verses already. I think I got 4 that I thought was pretty interesting, and I think 2 that I haven't shared before. So, I'm going to share those, but I think 2 of them I might have shared before. But so this is somewhat kind of changing subject, but of course this all goes together. Okay, so of course, having a social worker sister, she's not really paying attention, she's not really listening, whatever's going on there. Well, of course, a lot of factors or whatever, but okay. Like, I knew that eventually I was going to lead into just telling other people a piece of my mind, And so, so in the next few videos, that's probably what I was going to bring up. I try to be in the right type mood, and it's really weird how I really feel like they can like affect me technology-wise or something. But of course, it all coincides together. And then with that other thing, like, forgot what I was going to say. Well, I knew 2 things I was going to mention. I think I was going to try to mention. Because, of course, it's like so weird for this to be happening with her. And eventually I'll kind of go more into where, like, of course, the last few years I try to watch what I say. And, like, usually when I get frustrated and mad, it's usually on the road because somebody does something crazy or something. And then I'll just, like, yell out, something or whatever. But then plus, just 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? Well, a little over 2 years ago. I mean, we seriously got refused to buy clothes, And so, like, for a while there, I didn't even want to say anything because I didn't want to be like, So it wasn't, but like not too long ago, I was like, do you remember, do you remember that, And it was cute though, because she was like, well, I think like a minute later, she was like, yeah. And then she was like, yeah, I wanted that robe. It was so cute. But anyways, I just know that in the last few years, I've worked real hard. And then so in elementary school, when she went through losing her grandmother and stuff like that, she was going through some things. And I was really frustrated and mad with her because of like some treatment that she was doing to one of the nicest teachers that was, there and everything. And so for me to know that as her mom that I've worked pretty hard on, which they can grow out of things, I guess, anyways. But for me to work real hard on things with her, and for me to know that she'll like tear up if she knows she disappoints me, and of course that would be one of the first things that I would respect or would expect out of her would be respect. And then, yeah, just to end it with this really quick, because I will eventually talk about how I talked to social workers, one counselor, lawyer's office at the beginning. And then I was going to talk about how the complaints that I had made already, board member, and then at least two ladies at the, I forgot where that was. But anyways, eventually get to that because just to cover and show that, if my sister's not listening to me, then I'm going to just go to others, say what I want to, or do what I need to with them, other people in there. So, which might document when I go see these people or talk to these people too, I guess, which kind of am not there, but you get what I'm saying. Anyways, but then again, having to look and read over stuff is like, well, a solution, Well, another subject, another time. But I did say I was going to end with something. I forgot what I was going to say, but I'll see y'all soon. No, it's late. I'm putting this out and everything, but and yes, eventually get into the history lesson, which has to do with now because a lot of times along the way, I'll either come across a name, I'll look up the name. Sometimes I'll just look up something that's interesting. And then this time I happened to pay attention and someone had put it out a year or a couple of years. So that was what I was going to work on. All right, I'll see y'all soon. God bless.